She just looks dead. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another episode of Fangirlz Assemble. I'm your host, Wonder Maddie, with my wonderful co-host, the Comic Slayer.
Wait, you're the host and I'm the co-host? It's fine.
We're co-hosts. I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
Fine. No,
I started and I was like, I'm the co-host. How did Regis and Kelly do it? Those are people that did stuff, right?
Yeah, it's Kelly and Ryan now. Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we
Not that I have
that,
access to cable, but like...
Oh, it's not cable. That's network TV.
Not that I have access to network TV, but...
You don't have an antenna?
No.
No.
I no longer have any of those things. I just have so many streaming services.
That's pretty much all we have. Oh, we have a broken antenna. We probably threw that away.
Welcome to Fangirlz Assemble, where the beginning is just us, shooting the shit. Digging around.
That's right. Yeah. Just
one day we'll have t-shirts
that say both of those things. No one will buy them because they're like, it's too graphic. It's too much. Too many bad
It's just like, we need to commission art of you and me, and it's just like cute little art where we look crazy, and it just says dicking around.
This is a weird day. I feel like this is the conversation we were having before we went on. Pretty much. It's just the same.
Yeah. Because I had too much time on my hands today, apparently, and we took this wonderful cat from a man and a cat into Photoshop.
Down
so I can
here.
make it transparent.
This guy. He's sick. Can I pet him?
Yes. This is a work in progress, you guys. It's just, I was like, what if I make our background in Canva? And obviously, it's not a finished product, but it's still fun. It would be a graphic tee.
Yeah. Yeah. Mary.
I would never wear curse words on my shirt. I'm such a lame-o. I'm like, yeah, I'll put dicking around on it. I wouldn't.
I have that My Favorite Murder hoodie that says, here's the thing. And then in really tiny letters, you know what it says.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I almost accidentally wore it to work once. And I was like, oh no, I don't think anyone would notice. It's so small that I don't think anyone would notice, but I would feel very weird about that.
It's my Catholic guilt. I'm worried that for some reason I'm going to run into my mother.
They're just going to see bad words on your shirt.
Yeah. Okay, good. I was supposed to get mad at Elliot. It's great.
It's great.
Hey, thanks for hanging out while you work.
You know what else is great?
What?
InStockTrades.com, where you can get all your great collected editions up to 50% off. Free shipping in the United States.
Free shipping?
I gotta tell you, I've been
waiting
on
a packaging though.
I've been waiting on a package, and it rained today, and it's been sitting outside because the United States doesn't make sense sometimes.
All the time.
Did you know other countries don't just leave their mail outside? They make more sense, but we do here, and it's okay because it rained, and I picked it up, and water just fell off of it, and the box wasn't even it didn't even suck up anything. I'm like, okay, good. I can just put this down and not worry about it right now. I'll open it up later. I should open up the show, but it was literally wet. I couldn't. Anyway, I'm not worried about it because great packaging.
That's right.
The best.
Number one. I knew all those things. I had to act surprised for the bit. I don't know if you caught that.
What bit?
People must think we're drunk when we do shows sometimes, and I promise I'm not. Was I a little tipsy last night over your new reader? Yes.
I need to watch it.
Tonight, this is a strawberry lemonade.
Ooh, delicious. From where?
Chili's. Hi, welcome to Chili's. That's a Vine reference.
Oh, okay.
Y'all remember Vine?
I just thought it was funny. Vine? You mean TikTok?
No, musically.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of good bits on TikTok. I send them to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Never leave your package outside. Nobody wants to.
I have to. I was at work. Where was I going to put it?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Hauls and reads.
Yeah, one day. We'll talk about it.
Tyler, you're the best.
I should haul that
box. When they left it in the apartment. Happy whatever day it is. I don't know what day it is. It feels like Friday. I feel like I should have the weekend off now.
it certainly feels weird.
Right. I understand.
But I feel weird for different reasons.
Live unboxing, it might have a book about a cat inside it.
Oh, does it? I
you
don't
know?
remember. I don't, like, it could. It seems pretty likely, right? More likely than not. Probably. There's a cat involved.
Yeah, which is why I always keep an eye out for like news shows or anime or manga. I'm like, is this one gonna have a cat in it?
Yeah, I need to know. Like, Gio tagged me in something the other day, and he was like, "Did you know about this cat comic?" And I was like, "No."
I remember what it is.
I know, and I couldn't tell you, so it wasn't a good story. But I appreciate
There was one that Gio posted that was about, like, it was a manga with like a trans character, and they released like the first chapter of it. It's not out here yet, but I read the first chapter. It was good.
I didn't read the chapter, but I saw it, and I was like, "Oh man!"
Read the chapter.
I will go through it. Yes, got it.
Crap! I had other things to say.
Well, Joe's here. That's what I gotta say. What's up, Joe? Glad to be here.
Oh, that's a good question, Tyler. What is the premier cat comic / manga? Cats of the Louvre?
I do love that one. That's it's a great one, but I don't know if you saw this little dude in the corner.
It's that little dude.
But it's that guy. A man and his cat.
Ugh.
There's 3 volumes. They're all amazing. If you want to feel things, only if you want to feel things.
Oh my gosh.
If you're not interested in feeling things, don't read it. But
good.
Oh, it's the best. It is the best.
Him.
A lot of people would say Cheese Sweet Home, which is amazing. But look at this guy. Oh.
No one adopted him because they thought it was ugly. And so the old man adopted him.
Yeah, who just like lost his wife. And she always wanted him to get a cat, and they never got a cat. And he was like, "I'm so lonely." And this cat's lonely, so he adopts the cat.
I still love telling the story. And it made me glad that Reed was also sad, because I remember you told me about it. I hadn't read it yet, but then I told Elliot about it, and I hadn't read it yet. But I cried while talking with this book that I hadn't read, and then I read the book, and then I cried.
Yeah. It'll hurt you, but like in a great way.
What's Michael supposed to be? Right? You read it.
Yeah, I read the first collection they came out with, the Dark Horse one, which they're coming out with volume 2, which is the rest of it. It's great. It's just like little bits. You were just doing bits. It's like it's like little short, like funny bits with a cat. And it's great. It's very entertaining. It's worth your money. I think it's really cheap too. I'm like looking at it, but I'm like, I can't go over there. Yeah.
Joe, I'm not crying. You're crying. So, I definitely hauled things, but I am confident that they're all downstairs because I used it for that haul video. So,
you know what's sad? I have some stuff that are places, and I'm just like, I don't know where things are either.
Oh man.
I do have some stuff around me.
Okay.
So this counts. Most of it's just stuff I read, though.
James, we should do...
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Oh my god, can the mystery guest just be our cats?
we should invite Tina.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're too sad though.
Oh, okay, that's perfect for another time.
Let's wait for like 6 months from now.
Yeah, that's good.
Eric asked if you guys read / watched Vinland Saga. It's the second best manga ever made. I really recommend it. It's all in hardcover, by the way. I haven't yet, but I intend to read it because I love Vikings.
I read the first volume years ago, and I very much enjoyed it. Then I got some more, and then I didn't keep going. So I need to do that. That is a plan for me this year, so I'm going to do that. It's going to be great. And I remember liking it a lot. It's fun.
Goodbye, Tyler. We'll miss you.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Our friend. I've decided. Friend Tyler. So, what's near you?
Well, that's what I'll show you. So I did pick up Red Handed, The Fine Art of Shame's Crimes by Matt Kent. He was selling these on his website.
His name sounds familiar. How do I know?
It's a sketch inside.
Ooh.
He's done Mind Management. You probably know that one, maybe.
I think so.
He did like a Black Hammer spinoff. He's currently doing Berserker with Keanu.
Maybe that's how I know the name.
Yeah, maybe. But this is the first second book. It's a cute little size. I like the sketch.
I'll buy any first second book.
I like his art. A lot of people, just like Lemire, hate his art, but I like his art. But yeah, haven't read it. Don't know what to tell you. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to read it because I love his stuff.
Right up my alley as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. As far as hauls, I don't think there's really much else to haul over here, except I did haul something from the library. Let me take my name out of it. My full name is on this tag because I put it on hold. It's called The Rabbi's Cat. Cat Comics.
Gosh.
You knew something would be here.
So
Come
cute.
on. This is, who put this out? I'm like, it's not going to tell me, is it? Oh, no, it's not. The sticker's over it. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
But hey, look, there's the author and his cat in the back. I love that.
Oh, yes. More of this.
But I believe it's like European. I think I read...
Yes, because it's French.
Yeah. That's what it was. Translated from French. I read something else by this person.
Did you know there's an animated movie?
No.
By G Kids Films, came out in 2014.
Well, now I need to do that. But there's this rabbi, and he has a cat, I guess.
Well, I'm in, and also this trailer looks beautiful.
Oh, send it to me. Message me that, please.
I will right now, so I won't
Thank
forget.
you so much. I'm grabbing more. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you what I read, unless you want to haul some stuff.
I would, but it's all downstairs, and that's my
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
But if you're interested, I just posted my video last week. On your
It's good.
edition.
I watched it.
Oh,
It's a
thank
good
you.
time.
I did a little bit of zoom in. My cat was there.
Yeah.
It's very great.
Yeah.
That was
a great
the
time.
highlight.
My favorite was when your cat shut up. No offense.
No, I mean, same.
That was the best part.
She was like, "No, this is for me." Yeah, go for it. I can talk about.
Okay.
I think through Goodreads, I know what I've read since we last spoken.
Fantastic.
It's a lot of the same thing, but it's okay.
Oh, someone else got red-handed in the chat.
Oh, good.
It's a good deal. Yeah.
Big book, yeah. And Hayden says, speaking of hauls, I started buying freaking floppies because I'm obsessed with the Derek Chi variants for Harley. I swore I wasn't going to get into singles. Hayden, I totally get it.
We all trip and fall into it somehow. It happens. Even the people who are like, no floppies. I'm like, you get some variants every now and then. I know you do.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'll get variants, and then, for like the Star Wars High Republic stuff, I'm getting the floppies for that, which is
nice.
But they're not that expensive, unlike some of like DC new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was only able to buy like Yara Flor and I think Harley Quinn. Those were short runs and the prices weren't too much. But then I'd be like, oh well, let's think about Wonder Woman. It's like $6. I was like, no. I'll wait till it's collected. That's okay.
That's funny. Well, speaking of Matt Kent, Poppy in the Lost Lagoon, I read that he did. Here's his art inside. This is about a girl named Poppy going on an adventure. She's just going on an adventure. It was fun. I will say I got to the end and I was like, hey, where's the rest? And there's a little one on the side. And to my knowledge, this never continued. So unless I'm wrong, if someone wants to let me know if I'm crazy or not. But I was like, boo, how rude. Anyway, it's a cool cover. It's fun. I mean, I thought it was nothing amazing, but I had a good time. It was one of those.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Sometimes it is all I need.
You want to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay, I read all of You're My Pet. All of it.
Comixology, right?
Most of it in a day or two. Like I basically just sit down on Fridays at work, and then I just read
At work.
At work.
Don't tell people.
And because it makes me happy, I just read a ton of You're My Pet. And, it's still good. It's like 14 volumes. You can read it all on Comixology Unlimited. It is a shoujo, a romance, but it doesn't fit all the stereotypes that you would expect. And if you follow me on Goodreads, you'll see that I ran out of, like, You're My Pet to review. And then they went back to the old title, Tramps Like Us, which is not...
Oh.
It was a badly translated. It doesn't make any sense why they would choose that name. But it's by Yayoi Ogawa, and it's been adapted into like several live action TV shows. I think a movie as well. Not an anime as far as I know, but I want to grab a picture of this really quick so I can at least upload it so you can see the art. But it was a favorite of mine growing up, and it definitely holds up because it's basically like about this woman who's like a career woman. I hate saying that term, but she's like single. Yeah. She works really hard. And she kind of wanders and finds this like young man. He's very like attractive young guy. And she's like, you can stay, but I'm going to call you Momo, which is named for dog growing up. She's like, you're just going to be my pet. And so they have a weird relationship like that, but nothing like sexual or romantic at first. It's just this sort of like comfort where the two of them can be themselves with each other, but can't really do that elsewhere. Because in the real world, she's got to be like tough and like on it, and you know, she can't have emotions because she's like a leader at work. Even with her relationships, very Japan. She's like, I can't be like really myself. But at home, she's just like a mess, and so is he, and it's really great. Very mature romance, despite what it looks like. Really funny. It's just great.
So they have the same lips.
Yeah. That artist doesn't. Well, I guess because they're both very androgynous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of. So like that artist tends to do that.
Interesting. That's just the one thing I was like, oh, weird. So you're saying it was all on Comixology under that name?
You're my
but
pet.
Goodreads didn't have them all on there to review. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, unless I missed it. But from what I can tell,
you can add things. Goodreads is kind of like a wiki.
Yeah,
you're like, that's some effort.
Luckily, I knew the other name.
Okay, good. I'm so weird about it that I like have totally added entries into Goodreads before I read a book because I'm like, it's not in there. I can't. I have to. Like,
I appreciate that.
You know, it's weird. Anyway, speaking of weird, I finished Mermaid Saga with Volume 2.
What do you think? Because I've considered reading it, but I have not read it.
I really enjoyed it. I thought Volume 2 was even better than Volume 1. And I liked Volume 1. This was even better. There's some crazy murder stuff in here.
Mm-hmm. I'm in.
And every story is pretty much set up in little arcs. So some of them have 2 parts. Some of them have 1 part. And there's this one consistent guy throughout it. And because he ate the flesh of a mermaid, he can live forever, but he doesn't want to. So the whole story throughout both volumes is he's trying to find he was told if he finds another mermaid, she can help him not be immortal anymore because he doesn't want to live forever. Because he's like, this sucks. I'm watching everyone I love die.
Yeah.
I want to be a human again. So
I had no idea what it was about. So I'm already like, this is way more interesting.
In this world, if you eat the flesh of a mermaid, now it's a gamble too, because some people eat it and it's like, it's kind of poison in your body and they turn into like a horrible monster and like die. Yeah. But some people eat it and they live forever. It's a total gamble, and it's like a rare percentage of people who will just live forever. Yeah. So these people all throughout the book are like dropping dead or like things are happening. And the mermaids are not depicted as like these beautiful things really, which, you know, your cover wouldn't show you that, right? Let me see if I can find one in here, but they're kind of horrific, which is cool. I don't think I'll be able to find one now. Now that I want to, I won't. But I really liked it. And yeah, it's, you know, I know people know her from Inuyasha, which I've never seen or read. This is my first by her, and I had a really good time with it. So I would recommend it. 2 volumes. These really nice collector's editions. You probably can't tell, but
it looks like it feels nice.
Yeah, there's like spot gloss. There's French flaps. Come on. French flaps. Like, okay, she's like, I guess they're beautiful beings, but then they have an evil side, you know?
I will say something to worry about that mangaka, the author, is that she's really good at the beginning of stories. She doesn't know how to finish anything.
Yeah, you told me that, and as I got toward the end, I was like, oh, how's this going to end? And because they were so split up into, like, different tales, it didn't really feel like anything was dropped from it. So it was okay. Yeah, there's like some. This one was about like taking the face off of different humans. And this immortal being keeps like putting them on because like I don't. It's crazy time. Some of it is just like some of it's in the I think the first story, and this was like a little kid like murdered his mom, and then you find out that it's not really spoilers. This is just stuff you find out that like he ate the flesh of a mermaid, so he's living forever. So he's just a kid forever.
Yeah.
There's like the monster mermaid. There's one of them. You can see that.
Okay. Oh, Toga said it's not too many volumes. I believe it was 3. If it's only 3 total,
just 2.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. This is the last one. Final
so
volume.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, then never mind. I'm in.
2, and they're kind of like the monster perfect editions.
Because like I love Ranma 1/2 and I love Inuyasha. They're great. They don't finish strong. But it's okay because the journey's still worth it. Ranma is wonderful.
I want to read it. I have the first volume.
Funny.
And then I think what happened is they stopped like printing them, or like they ran out of print. And then I got mad, so I didn't read it. You know what I mean? I was just like, if I do this and then I don't have the rest, I'm gonna have to look back into that. Maybe I'm wrong and they're printing them now. But yeah, it was fun and very interesting. I liked it.
All right, Goodreads. Tell me what else I've read. So have I not read more since we all hung out? Whatever. Anyways, so I read The Final Girls on Comixology Unlimited. I guess it just dropped that day that I read it.
Yeah, that's like an original, right?
Yeah, it's like 5 issues. It is by a group of different people: Cara Ellison, Katie West, Sally Cantorino, Gab Contreras, Sheffield Peterson, and Met Gill. And basically, you've got this like team of that. You're living in a world where superheroes aren't exactly allowed to be superheroes anymore. Kind of like a Civil War, like from Marvel-esque sort of deal, where it's like now you have to be registered. There's more like laws in place. You can't just like do whatever. And so you have a group of superheroes that like were doing what they were doing before, but now they can't really. And it centers around these women and kind of where they are now post all of this. And this one was really surprising because it started off good. In the middle, I was like, I'm not sure about this. And by the end, and I think everyone else agreed with me online, because I would see people rate it the same as I was. It was like kind of like it's okay. It's fun, but I'm not sure what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But by the final issue, I saw a lot of people rate the final issue as 5 out of 5 like I did.
Wow.
It does deal with some very heavy topics, like assault. But it's very interesting. It's a really good story about just women believing women, and the pressures that public figures have, and of not being believed about things. It's interesting. I think it was fun. It's not like it didn't blow me away.
I'll read them,
but I think it's worth a read.
Okay, good.
And I love any sort of just like superheroes, but not normal.
Yeah.
Type. And having a good like message in there too, because other of those like edgy superhero stuff deal with that too, but this did differently, and in a way I can appreciate. Unlike The Boys, not to always dog on that, but
do it.
Is much better.
Cool. I'll check it out. Will you bring up James's comment, please?
I will. Takahashi also wrote Maison. I want to read that really bad. That's Omar's favorite.
I remember hearing him talk about it, and now I get it.
It's like his favorite romance.
I read this volume. I didn't know what to really expect. I knew what he talked about,
Yeah, I haven't read either.
This one, I just want to say these collector's editions Viz is coming out with are beautiful. I don't know if you can tell.
There's like
really
a pretty
crosshatch pattern on it.
Oh.
I don't think that's coming through on my camera.
No.
Can you kind of see the...
But I can imagine.
It's very interesting. We like to talk about book textures. It's very pretty in real life. I really like it. Also with the French flaps.
Oh man, the French flaps. They're just killing it.
They're killing it. There's the house. Okay. Do you know what it's about?
No.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
So it's about this house where all these people like rent and live. There are different, rentals in it. And she is the manager. So she's a new manager. She comes and she's going to manage the place. Not quite the landlord, just like the in-house. She's going to live there, manage. So her dad's actually the landlord. That's how she got the job. But of course she comes in, and one of the guys who lives there, who's like wanting to be a college student, he's trying to get into college. And well, I'm not gonna spoil that, but anyway, this guy, he immediately, of course, is like, she's beautiful. I'm gonna fall in love with her immediately. Like he's one of those like over the top, because this was written in the 80s. It felt very over the top with everything. He's over the top falling over his feet to like look at her. He's a little pervy where like there's like a peephole in his like apartment that they find out, and it's like, okay, if this were happening now, it'd be like, that's creepy. But for some reason, just the way it's so over the top and supposed to be just like these gags there's bits and stuff, it makes it somehow a little wholesome too. Like, I don't know how to explain that.
No, I totally get it, because she does the same sort of stuff in Rama One Half, and it doesn't bother me at all. Also, she's just very good at drawing naked women, and that's a weird thing for me to say, but there's something about the way Rumiko Takahashi draws the female form that's really beautiful.
And here's a good example of just like the over the top, emotions and it's just ridiculous in a really fun way. That's how I would describe this whole thing, because you get to learn about every neighbor in the building. They all are up in each other's business. They all know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's lovesick for her, and they all make fun of him, and they're like, that's never going to happen. It's a whole thing. And it's just really charming. It was very fun. It was very charming. I enjoyed every neighbor. There's like a drunk woman who's constantly drunk and getting up to her shenanigans. So there is a lot of that. Like, there's some, it's not stereotypes really, but like from this maybe era.
I think like tropes have.
Tropes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. So there's some tropes, but if you can get past that and you don't care, like it's very fun. It's a good time. I think you'd really enjoy it. I need all of them now. I don't know how many there are. There's 3 out, but I don't know how long it's going to be.
Now that I see how pretty those editions are.
They're beautiful.
Once I get the money from my new job, which end of the month, we'll see. That promotion money.
I got these from IST, InStockTrades.com.
That's where to go.
That's where to go.
Okay, so the other couple things I read, I mean, there's one more thing, but unless I forgot to rate them, which is, I hope I didn't, because Goodreads is the only way I know if I read anything.
Yeah.
I read The Justice League of America by Brad Meltzer, which I reviewed yesterday on Old Reader, New Reader. There's a deluxe edition out now that has like that 12-issue run. I really liked it.
Good.
It was really good. It's a little confusing if you don't know a lot of like DC character stuff, but I think like everyone still gets the gist. But I think you would like it in just that it's like very character focused, especially for like a 2006 book. Like there's clips, but there's also just time with each of the characters in like a really fun way. It has my boy in it. So that was great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But Udemy wasn't in there. Like all the other stuff was really great. You get a lot of stuff with Red Tornado, who's basically DC's Vision.
Nice.
And so he's dealing with a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, do I stay a human and die? Do I become a robot again? Be with my family?
Ooh, decisions. Yikes.
And a lot of great talks between like heroes and then their proteges, and talking about what it's like to see your protege get to a higher level now, and how like even though you've missed being there, you have to step back to really give that person their space because you love them more than being part of like a hero group. And just a bunch of really cool stuff. There are some awkward like 2006 era drawing of ladies. Not that like the art's bad, it's not bad, but the kind where it's like, okay, we need to make sure some woman's butt is in the shot.
Oh. Oh, that kind of thing.
in the foreground while we're looking at other people, right? But it's 2006. And, even then I was like, this is still better than so many others. But it was really, I really liked it.
Good deal.
And it was exciting to have me talk about something I already reviewed online recently, but.
I think it's exciting. People love it. I do want to comment on Tolga saying if you want a creepy read, Blood on the Tracks, totally not what you expect. It's, okay, so my
I need to read it so bad. Everyone's talking about it.
Oh my gosh. It's so good.
The money. Somebody send me Blood on the Tracks.
My 2 favorite ongoing manga series right now. This really shows you what kind of reader I am, I think. Blood on the Tracks, A Man and His Cat. Okay. Those are 100%. Yeah, Blood on the Tracks is so creepy. I read and loved Flowers of Evil by the same mangaka.
Okay.
Years ago. Loved it. So I had to pick this up, and this one's even better because it's bonkers in the best way. It's great. It's great.
So good.
It's great. All right, some more stuff I read. I got this from Second and Charles for $2. All I need to know, I learned from my cat. It's just this little, I haven't even taken the sticker off.
Aww.
Look at how cute this cat is. So inside, there's just little cartoons, and they're watercolor. Look at this guy.
Oh my gosh.
I love this guy. So this was just,
it.
It was adorable. And this one says try new things. Look at his face. Yeah, this was just really cute. This is the kind of crap I like to find.
Well, that's always a fun find because it's not the kind of stuff you're going to hear about.
Yeah, probably. This was from the 90s, I want to say.
Yeah. And so if you can find stuff like that, it's always just it's a nice treat.
Yeah. I'm I'll pay $2 for this.
Yeah.
For sure. Also, another favorite ongoing, With a Dog and a Cat, Every Day is Fun, Volume 3. Look at this cover. I love it.
Did you know there's an anime for that too?
Stop.
I have it animated.
I want it. I want it for my eyeballs.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know that they have. I don't know if it's on Crunchyroll or whatever, but.
Oh, I have to look it up. I just love it. I love this art. It's nonfiction really about her life with her dog and her cat, and I do love how here's the dog. She'll put real pictures after the chapters,
good.
Which I love. And then the cat looks like Buffy, which I also love. I mean, look at that cat. Come on.
Very cute.
So it's a good time. Also, the texture. I keep on about this, but there's
it matters.
I don't know how to. You'll have to buy it just so you can touch it.
I can sense it from here.
You have to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you can touch it. That's why. Don't read it. Just touch it.
Man, and now I wish I did bring up my stuff from downstairs because there's a manga that I got I think you'll like. I haven't read it yet. Oh. I bought it based on what it looks like.
I love
it's
that.
The Wizzy World or something. And it's animal people.
Oh. Okay, that's the tease for next episode.
Okay. I'll bring that up.
Are we doing episodes now?
I don't know. I did read. Okay, so I read some other things. I found this on Comixology Unlimited. I've been doing a lot of time, I just pick up things randomly on Comixology now.
I feel like I've seen this artist. I'm staring at it why do I know this?
Yeah, she's French. But basically, all the book is like this, just a lot of yellows, and it's your basic woman going through her life and just trying to figure stuff out. Kind of, you see her going through relationships, not really knowing, where she fits in with this. She finds a guy. They're together for a long time. The guy ends up being, not that great, and things move on. And it's just she's just so cute and confident and just a fun character to follow.
And it's on Comixology Unlimited?
Yep.
Did you rate it on Goodreads?
I did. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Love that. I love that.
It was a nice read and it was different.
I want to read it now. You made me want to read it. Yeah.
It was just, it's fun to read it kind of almost real life books that look kind of like comic strips.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, something different. Nothing felt too heavy. It just felt like watching almost like a not like an indie film, but kind of an indie film where it just feels like a real life thing.
Yeah. That's cool.
How is Kristan to open a cat cafe with a little library reading corner, all cat books?
That's a dream. That is a total. I mean, look at my shirt. Come on. Books, cats, the good life. That's me. My mom got me this shirt. I was like, that's me. Thank you.
You have to, whenever you get the chance to come visit, there is a cat cafe not too far away.
I remember hearing about those.
So we can go.
I do love a cat cafe.
James and Ellie, are you home? Can you go and get Maddie's books for her right now?
That's funny. If Reed were home, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be like,
he's playing Magic, so he can't stop. It's not, it's like other games. I could run down and go get him, but then we'd have to be just one. Nope. But then Chris would be out by her lonesome.
I mean, it's up to you. You can tease it for next time, or you can go. Whatever you want to do.
I can go grab it real quick.
Okay.
BRB. Oh, yeah. Living here. I got to be living. Yeah. You know what? BRB, real quick.
You're like, I have to now.
I forgot. I read it. Why didn't I review it? Oh, it's a fan thing. Okay. One thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You. Okay. I remember her talking about that. I love that I can still hear her. Yeah. So, what's happening with me, guys? Let's just talk about personal things while Maddie's gone. Is she already back? I'm hearing a lot of footprints. Stepping. Let's see. James, is Kristan never alone? She has cats all around her. I have 2 cats outside of this door. The door is currently shut. And the reason is, this is the room where all my books are in. And if there's not someone to constantly watch them, and by them I mean my cat Buffy, she loves chewing books. So I made the mistake of thinking she got over that and leaving books out as I left the room, and she chewed the corners of them. I may have those around me. I believe I've showed you these before. But these are the ones I had. Castle in the Stars, Volume 3. There's a nice... Just went to town on that one. Just... I don't know if you can tell. But, oh, there you go. Kind of. It's not great. I mean, it's very readable. It's whatever. But, she chewed up this one, too. And I'm just like, these are my copies now. This is what I have. This is my life. But that's why Buffy is outside of the room now with Willow. Hi. They were like, oh, you're never alone. You have cats around you. I'm like, actually, Buffy's outside the room because she eats books. And then I showed some examples. Just like, gnawing on them.
Okay, this was it.
Oh, I've seen that cover.
The Wise Beast of the Wizarding
I like the cover.
Yeah, it's by the same person who made The Girl from the Other Side. I've never read it.
I've read some of that, and I really liked what I read.
But it looks so cute. Also, I think it's BL, Boys Love.
Interesting, yeah.
I didn't realize that until later, because okay, so I'll read the back of the book. Hidden away deep within the woods, far from the prying eyes of the world, lies the Wisdom School of Wizarding. There, beasts of all kinds gather to live, to learn, and to love. From everyday animals to fantastical creatures, these BL stories are told with a realistic and lighthearted touch. It's pretty cute.
Huh. So is it like an anthology, kind of?
I have no idea. I haven't read it yet. But look at, how do books?
How do books?
But the art is very cute.
I love the art in that other book.
Like, I just bought it because I keep, every time I see a manga that looks just kind of like this, it's the same, like, coloring or feeling, like...
Yeah.
Also, everyone, please
so
read it.
I gotta get caught up.
I just keep buying them as they come out. I don't deal with anything. Good. Anything.
Yeah.
Even stuff I really like, I don't. But what's most important, like Jessica said, living heroes.
I remember you telling me about those. Also, I saw it in your haul.
Well, yeah. Jessica told me about it forever ago. But seriously, like, one of the, they have a thing where, like, She-Hulk doesn't really live there, but she keeps showing up. And you also have a thing right here, like, you've got in court as Namor and Mr. Fantastic. And oh my gosh. Like, I'll say from here, like, he said, while Reed was off in some other dimension with Spider-Man, I was with Sue every day. I've been nourishing her, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm the king of Atlantis of that and it stops there. And he just, like, it's just very, like, all the things that we always said that we wanted in books happens in here. Like, they all do their hair together, like... So that's
pretty great.
So people at home, sorry, I jumped in talking about this, but this is just a fan comic. It's by Stephanie Williams. She actually writes for the big two, but she made this little fan comic. You can donate to her Ko-fi and have it sent to you that way.
Which I think is because she legally can't sell
she
it.
legally can't.
Yeah.
So you can donate it to her, but you know, that's it. But oh man. The amount of money I would pay for Marvel or DC just to do things like this. I mean, obviously bigger, but I don't want them to fighting anything. I just want them to like literally hang out, choose any sitcom, and just put the DC characters in it.
Yeah.
Or the Marvel characters in it.
Go to the grocery store.
Yes.
Someone takes like a can from the middle of the display and it all just falls. We just want the sitcom bits, you know?
Yeah, that's all I want. That's it. Like, and I think, you know, when you think back to like X-Men Evolution, which we talk about often, those were the best parts. That's why I like animated series of things, because I tend to be able to, they give me that stuff. Mm-hmm. Just the hanging out stuff. That's why Legend of Tomorrow is great. They go to IKEA. You know, like I want that.
I love how people probably consider that the filler because it's between the action, but I'm like, no, that's the action. That's the stuff. Like,
yeah.
We're like probably the opposite of what the average person wants from this, but I don't care. It's great.
Well, I just think it just makes more sense. Like, have all your other big runs. It makes just a non-canon run. I don't care. It has to be canon. Just have everybody hang out. Let everyone have some sort of break from the bigger picture of everything all the time, and just have them chill.
Those were the best elements of Champions, right? Because there was a lot of that where they were like around the campfire just talking about stuff. It's like, come on, this is great. That's what you want.
Well, and that's why I liked Brad Meltzer's JLA, because, I mean, there was a lot of action going on, but there's a lot of time just spent reminiscing between the characters, talking about who's going to invite to Justice League, them hanging out, a lot of flirting, which was fun. It was just like, you got the time to do that. And I don't know if did I show it live, or did I just...
I think it was just on that video.
Okay. Thirsty Mermaids.
I think. Hey, even if they haven't seen it.
Kristan talked about it. And
I told you had to read it, actually.
I still have it upside down. That's okay. I'm trying to find not boobs. But
oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's so good. The colors in that, too. Oh, it's beautiful.
I know.
I love
this
it.
hardcover is gorgeous. It's so big. And everybody's just so goofy and fun. Oh my gosh. Everyone.
But it got so much deeper than you thought it would, right? Because, like, the name and the description of the book, you're like, this is going to be some nonsense. But it's, I mean, there's elements of that. Like, there's some quirky humor, but, like, they go into some stuff, and it's good.
Yeah, and, like, you know, I talked with you about before, like, you know, there were days after I read this where I wasn't really good about my body, and I just remembered and thought about Thirsty Mermaids.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Like,
yeah,
they were rocking it, and they love themselves.
Confident, and yeah.
Why can't I do that today? And it made me feel a little bit better.
That's great.
Oh, El Denver, yay! I bought Thirsty Mermaids, this real reader. Yeah, so on 420, blaze it.
So what everyone will say. I've heard this all my life.
Oh, I'm sure. And Kristen's birthday.
That's right.
We're doing a special Old Reader New Reader. She got to choose. We chose Thirsty Mermaids. It'd be me, Kristan, and the wonderful YouTuber, Jessie Gender.
I'm so excited.
She's great, too. And we're all going to hang out and talk about it.
It's going to be a blast.
And, you know, Kristen's birthday's coming up, guys, so maybe wants to give her a gift. I don't know the best way to do that.
I don't either, but
you need to put like your Amazon wish list,
make a wish list,
and you're like.
I can do that. If anyone really wants to give me a book, I'll totally put a wish list there.
I send her stuff.
I'll be okay with that. Yeah, I'm very excited.
You should. Now I want you to like do an unboxing of all your stationery stuff.
Oh, I will. And no one else in the chat's gonna care. I'll do it for you.
My daughter just picked up Mermaids. I need to check it out. It's great, Joe. It's so great.
We've talked about a lot of mermaids today. A lot of different kinds of mermaids too, which is weird. I've never been a mermaid girl, right?
Yeah.
I don't care, but these were like great books.
Were you what kind of girl were you?
I don't know.
I was worried you'd be like, I was a horse girl.
No, I did love The Little Mermaid though. So am I a liar? I think
everyone had to love Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah. I loved Pocahontas, which I feel like now is probably a problem, but back then
I had the Barbies for Pocahontas.
Yeah.
And I had all the toys from Anastasia.
Oh. I had a little Mushu from Mulan.
Oh.
And if you like hit his butt, he would say his sayings.
Oh, I had a bank.
Oh.
A Mushu bank, and he would dance.
He says so.
He'd be like, I am the one and only Mushu.
It was awesome.
Very annoying.
That is awesome.
I wish I kept that stuff. Like, I'm glad I didn't, because who needs it? But how funny it would be. Like, here's all my shit.
Here's all the old things to play with. Well, I have more nonsense I read. Do you want to know?
Go for it.
Some more pet stuff. Some more animal things. Yuzu the Pet Vet.
This is the most 4 or 5-year-old's book.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I have some very much for children stationery that matches this.
How dare you? This book.
I'm sure it's really good.
You know what? No, we saw this at Second and Charles, and Reed was like, "You have to get this nonsense," and I was like, "You're right. I have to," because there's a cat in it and on it, and I wanted to read about the cat. So this is set up. This little girl, she's like 10, I think. I don't know, 12. Who knows? Girls' ages.
You know what? In Manga,
I don't know.
I never have any idea. Sailor Moon, they're all middle school.
Young.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. Oh, she's 11. It says right here. Okay. She's 11. Her uncle owns this like vet hospital, right?
Yeah.
And he's a vet. And her mom is sick because, of course, her mom's sick. This is a manga, okay? So she has to go help her uncle at the vet because her mom's sick. I don't know. I didn't question it. I was like, all right. Like, he's helping look after her, but he's busy. So he's like, come help me at the vet. And she's like, yeah, fine. And she's scared of this little dog. They have like this rivalry, this little like chihuahua. He like hates her. It's fun. Anyway, so every chapter was like this one, there's this little kid that she sees outside who's getting bullied by these guys.
Aww.
And his big like Great Pyrenees dog, like, kind of scares him off, but like she's the sweetest big dog, but like, she helps him out, and then the girl sees it and is like, well, why can't you like stand up for yourself? So there's like these little morals in like every chapter. Maybe not morals, but like these little stories about these animals. There's one with like a lost dog, and they're trying to find the owner, and it's really sad because that dog ends up having dementia and the owner didn't know it. This is deeper than I thought it would be, right? I didn't expect to read this. Look at the cover and have feelings, but I did.
It looks very cute.
So I really liked it. The dog had dementia. I swear.
Stop it.
You're like, I'm gonna cry. I am too. All right.
Talk about something else.
Manga that won't make you cry. Komi Can't Communicate. 6 and 7. I'm going through them.
I'm waiting for another
They're
big
so
Right Stuff bundle sale.
I'm just making my library buy me these.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like, you get the next one, please. And I'm also doing that with Beastars. So I read Beastars 11. Still great.
Still great?
It's still great. And every volume gets more and more brutal, I feel like.
Yeah. See, I can't decide if I'm going to go ahead and read the rest or just wait for the manga. Or the anime, I mean, because I really like the anime. It's
really great, though. I'll tell you that. Don't you want to know who that is?
I do. I just want to see more of my boy because I never thought of myself as a furry, but I'm really into Lego Sheet, and I'm not scared to admit it. I love that wolf man. Okay,
he's a sweet boy.
He's very good.
He is. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these guys all love him. Look.
Oh, he deserves all of it.
It's great, and this one, like, if anyone's read this in the chat, maybe you haven't, maybe no one has, but there's a thing that happens, and you're like, oh, is this really good? And then it did, and it was like, oh. I know that's not a good description. That's just how I felt.
No.
And anyone who knows. Yeah, you need to read it so we can talk about it. That's why you need to read it. I also picked up from the library My Last Summer with Cass. This is by Mark Crilly, who's like a big artist on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like he does a lot of
super well though. Right?
Yeah. So here's the deal.
It looked really cute, and then I saw your rating later, and I was like, oh.
I really like his art, okay? I like the setup of the story. It's about these two girls, and they meet when they're young. Their families have a cabin or whatever. Some trope. Yeah. And they become best friends, and then they, like, are distanced for a while, and then one of them moves to, like, New York, and the other one's from, like, I don't know, Midwest, or I forget. Mm-hmm. And then they kind of reconnect. One of them goes to New York to visit her. They're both artists, and they've drawn since they were kids. So it's all about them being artists. I liked it. It was good. But I think what stopped my enjoyment is the entire time I was like, oh, they're getting together, right? That's not what this is about. This is a story about friends.
I mean, and that's great and all, but that one girl has short hair.
Oh, and after a time skip, cut her hair. And I was like, oh, well, I know what this is going.
She's gay.
She's for sure.
They just queer-baited you the whole book.
Kind of did. So, also look at this cover. My Last Summer with Cass.
Yeah, I thought they were gay.
So, maybe that's my fault. Oh, my camera's like, what are you doing? Maybe it's my fault. And it is. But I still enjoyed it.
But it would have been better.
It would have been better. And it ended, and I was
it's
like,
hard,
okay.
Right? Because I get really great female friendship in so many things. But that girl was gay.
Well, and there's this big, like, I don't want to spoil anything if anyone does pick this up. And it's worth a read. I do think that. And I liked it. I didn't hate it or anything. And I didn't just, like, my enjoyment level wasn't just down there because I thought something else was going to happen. But there's this big dramatic thing that happens. And it was very dramatic and very upsetting. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mary.
Mary's got your back. Mary gets it.
I appreciate it. And I was, like, stressed and bothered by it. It was one of those moments where I was like, oh. And then the ending happened. I was like, all right, I don't know how else you could have ended it. Okay. But then it made me think, what was the point of this story? Like, I know what the point was, but I was kind of like, why weren't they together? That's what I was kind of like. I'm still bothered by it. I picked it up not knowing anything but the cover, and I was like, well, this is definitely my book. It wasn't.
Bullshit.
Glad I didn't buy it.
Elden said it's a total Burton situation. Those two are gay. Just like Frog
I was going to say not quite, because they're...
Frog and Toad are gay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's confirmed, though, right? No,
is
Frog
it?
And Toad? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I don't know.
I like what Jessica's saying to me. She loves that I ask the library to order things frequently. I always feel like I'm the only one, but it's great. They would pre-order for you. I know. I love it too. Great.
I think I just feel too nervous to ask. I always feel like I'm not there enough.
Oh, I don't ask people.
You just tell them?
I go to the website and suggest a purchase.
That's a thing?
Uh-huh.
Jessica, is that a thing in our library?
I would imagine if my little town has this.
Yeah.
You guys would have it.
I hope so.
Also, if Jessica's doing it, you know they can do it.
That's true. Email.
Do it.
Okay.
Have them get B stars, and then read it from the library. That's what I do.
So, Kristan, can I tell you? I know I already messaged you about the anime I need you to watch.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Can I tell you about it now in front of people?
Sure, in front of people. Yeah.
So, I've been watching a lot of anime. I'm getting back. This is what happens. I watch no anime, and then I just watch anime. That's the way it is. And so I got another Funimation subscription so I could watch things because everyone on the internet was talking about all the stuff I need to watch. And so I watched all of Wonder Egg Priority, which sounds ridiculous as a title. But
as they all do, though, right?
It's centered around this, a few girls, but I won't give everything away. But basically, this main character, her friend committed suicide. She's a high schooler, middle schooler or something. And in order to bring her back, she has to kind of save the souls of other girls. So she buys these eggs, and she cracks the eggs, and the person comes out. And that each person is a girl that had killed themselves. And so she's trying to help them work through this thing in some crazy dramatic situation where her fear is some monster looking thing. And the characters are very cute, and the main girls become friends, and a lot of just great confidence and stuff while this also crazy situation is happening. So it almost feels like a magical girl premise, but there's no transforming or anything. Oh my gosh, I watched all 12 episodes. It's not done. I think they're gonna do another season or something. I don't know if there's a manga. All I know is it's very good. I'm obsessed.
I love that you were eggs, and then you were they all died. And I'm like, what? It's just not what you expect from that title, for sure.
I'll type it in the chat. It's Wonder Egg Priority. The whole season's done. Oh my gosh, it's good. And then the second thing that we've been really into, I'm almost done with it, is Horimiya. And we're only getting one season of this, but apparently the ending of the anime matches the ending of the manga. They just skip ahead. So it's hey, in the present or the future, this is what happens with everyone. Great shoujo. And now I've got to read the manga because no one really fits the kind of trope that they're you expect right away. And you get a couple that gets together earlier, which is everything to me. Because will they, won't they is great. But it's so refreshing when you don't have to do that.
Yeah, especially when it ends. It's they got together at the end. And it's nah, I want the rest.
Yeah, exactly. I want them just to be together. That's why my love story is so great.
Mm-hmm.
Is they get together. That's why Kare Kano, aka His or Her Circumstances, is great. They get together early. And that's what happens with this. And you have a bunch of characters that are one way in person or at school, but are a different way at home. A different side of them that people don't see. And they really take time to explore that. And I love characters like that. Popular Girl is actually very loud at home and is too busy taking care of her little brother. And Geeky Guy is actually really cool outside of school, but you wouldn't know because he's got to cover his piercings. You know? I
feel like I've heard of this manga at least. I need to look this up.
Apparently, it's a lot of lists of best shoujo, best romantic manga or anime or whatever. A lot of people also list Nana, which makes me laugh because I'm the best romance is not really the romance; it's the love and friendship between these two women. You should be together. Have you read Manga?
No.
Oh man, we gotta fix that.
I've heard of it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Is that on Comixology?
No, actually, I don't even know the best way to read that anymore. Maybe somebody around knows. Yeah, everyone, you should watch those things so you can talk to me about it.
I just looked it up. I've definitely seen the cover of the manga. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of because I remember it. I don't think I read it. I think I would recognize that by now.
Yeah, I'm going to need to buy it all because it looks really good. Oh, maybe it's on Viz. Is Viz ever going to do what they do with Shonen Jump but have the shoujo manga? Because
they need to.
They have
okay,
it's
funny.
all there.
I put this on my want to read list at some point in my life. So maybe that's why I remember it, kind of. I never read it though.
Well,
so now I have to watch it. That's how that works.
Watch these things with me.
I'm in.
I want to talk about them. Anyways, that's my rant. Oh, Jessica says, you know what else is great? Invincible. I'm gonna watch it. I just have to log into Elliot's Amazon Prime. I keep forgetting.
I'll watch it after I read them.
That's a good idea. Probably that's on Comixology Unlimited too.
The whole thing is.
The whole thing?
Yeah, they put it all in there. They were like, oh, Prime and Comixology hand in hand. I'm like, you're smart. I get it.
Yeah, good timing for sure.
So let's talk about what we're going to read for Sunday.
Yeah, I need to know our schedule so I can make a graphic.
I told you, but I can tell you it again with the audience.
Because so I thought we only talked about one and not two things.
We talked about both, but I'll tell you right now.
Oh, thank you. It's been a week.
This week in the 11th, Oh Human Star. We are reading, which I actually kickstarted, which is how I've already read it. Well, I mean, you can read it online. It's a webcomic. You can do that right now, so you guys can read along if you'd like. But this is volume 3. This recently came out from Kickstarter. I read these 3 volumes, and I fell in love immediately. This was so great. This is one of the best things I've read all year, 100%. And again, free online, Oh Human Star. You can read the webcomic, and it's worth it. I also just love this art and how they do the colors. So this is like, let's see, this is like a flashback. So it's usually that kind of color. And then I'm trying not to spoil things. This is the last volume. This is like the present in this like cool blue tone. And they kind of go through some other colors with different stuff. But there's so much I want to say. I want to tell you about this book and the series. Yeah, I'm going to have to save it. But to just tease to everyone, this is a universe where there's a lot of technological advances. Specifically, there are like humanoid kind of robots, like synthetic humans, where they look like this is a robot. She looks like a human, but she can think and has all the human traits, such. There's a big event that happens, and she is created. She's a trans robot, and there's a lot explored with that too. It is fascinating and so good, and just so many like things that I've never seen in comics before.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And tons of great LGBT rep of all kinds. Very unique characters. I just loved everything about this. So highly recommend. We're going to talk about that Sunday. So I think you're going to love it, Maddie. It was so good.
I trust you. What was the second thing? 'Cause I'm so sorry. I just forgot.
That's okay. Batgirl by Gail Simone.
There we go.
We were going to talk about the contents of the omnibus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did I get it wrong?
No, I think you're right. I think when I agreed, I think I kept thinking that was what we were going to request to have from IST. I don't know why I thought that when I read your message.
Oh.
Who knows what I was working on that day? Because apparently I was like, I read it.
Well,
my brain was probably like...
I was like, this is good because it's probably on DCU.
Yeah, I can read it all.
So if anyone doesn't have the Omni, you can read it there.
And I can hold up the trades.
And I have the Omni somewhere. So I'm going to read that. I was just like, I could not.
Hold up this sweet little baby right here.
Oh yeah. That cutie. I love it. It's so cute.
Little scooter.
Is that a rock candy?
No, it's
kind of looks like this.
Sideshow. It was one of those like artist spotlight ones. And so she made there's like 4 different ones. Basically, it's like Batgirl, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Hot Girl. I only bought Batgirl and Supergirl. You can get different like color variations and stuff too.
Oh, cool.
But they're very cute.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I don't know if you can see it completely, but you got Supergirl's cat.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then we finished the month with One Piece.
Yes. As always. Yeah, that
As always, for now, until we have to pick something else to read through.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Which maybe Bruce Wayne's talking about the new Boom Buffy. Maybe we could actually go through that after One Piece.
We should finish, because I want to review that wonderful, beautiful High School's Hell book.
It's gorgeous.
It's so nice. But this is great. Started reading the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer from Boom and Angel Comics. Reading the comics is maybe do a rewatch of the show, since I've never seen from start to finish. Yeah.
Oh, Bruce. You're in for a treat. Where did you leave off? I'm curious. Because there's just so much. Because even the end is so good. It just ended perfectly. It ended perfectly. Which I'm so glad.
I don't know why I keep yawning. I'm sorry. I'm not tired. Just my body's like, you need to yawn. Am I not breathing enough? I may not be able to make Sunday's show because I'm going to spend the day binging the entire final season of Shameless.
Nice.
I don't blame you. Season 1. Okay. Well, then,
wow.
Man, Bruce, you've got...
Oh, Bruce, put down the comics and watch that show, man. Like...
Ooh, you got so much. So many goodies.
Serious. Also, like, the new comics mean a lot. It's a lot different thing. It will mean so many different things to you if you've seen the whole series too. Like, even like, because there's a character from season 7 in that first comic.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who that is, Bruce. You gotta find out.
I'm excited for you. That's really fun.
Yeah, that is fun. I kind of wish I could go back to that time sometimes where I'm like, I had no idea what I was getting into.
Watch the thing for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
But then I'm worried I wouldn't like as much. I'm sure I would.
What gets me too is season 1 is the worst season. Bruce.
It makes me laugh though, because all the dialogue is so great.
Oh, it's
so
still
Yester.
Even the worst season I love. I still love it.
Yeah.
But on season 2 now, okay. School Hard. School Hard is when the world changes for Buffy.
Tyler!
That's so good.
Tyler, you gotta watch Buffy.
Oh, Tyler, what are you doing?
Like, everyone needs... I know literally nothing. Well, there's a girl. She's the Slayer.
She's the Slayer.
Powers. There's only
one girl
Slayer.
in all the world. A chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
And also she's got to balance high school.
Yeah.
And
that's a mess. There's a lot going on.
So good. But I am loving the Boom Studios comic. I was more of an Angel fan when I started watching on TNT. Oh, okay. Well, then you'll enjoy that too then.
Yeah.
I love both.
Yeah, me too. Although...
we know which season of Angel is a problem.
We know what's a big problem in Angel. Oh, I'll never be over it. I have my problems with Buffy, but there's way more problems as far as story elements and character issues in Angel. Lord.
Towards the end, it's all Whedon's fault. So it's okay.
It is. It really is. Sad day.
So speaking of things we liked from, the way back when, have you gotten to watch My Ducks yet? I'm going to ask you every week until it happens.
Well, I think we planned to watch it this past weekend, but then all of our drama happened.
Yeah, your house has exploded.
Yeah, my house has exploded. I don't know. I asked Maddie before the show, so I don't know if you all can hear like a low hum or something in my microphone. It's not my microphone. There are like, how many now? So many industrial fans outside of this room because we had a leak and water was like bursting from our floorboard, and we're like, what's happening? So now I don't have a kitchen floor. I have half of a living room floor. I think they're coming for the rest of the floor tomorrow. And they're going to put all of the stuff from the living room like in boxes in like a trailer or something. I don't know. We're very confused because we've never had this happen. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. But there are fans everywhere to try to like dry stuff. And I'm just happy it wasn't in this room, y'all. Let's knock on all the wood. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I would have done. I would have started GoFundMe. I'm like, listen.
Like, I need it. I need it
everybody, I think the whole group would be like, yes, we have to support Kristan.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That makes me like want to tear up. Like, just like,
I couldn't think about it.
Oh no.
As someone who keeps all my stuff in a basement, I'm just like.
As much as I want like this to not have happened, I'm very grateful. I just lost a floor, really. Oh, maybe some cabinets. We don't know yet. We'll find out tomorrow.
So, what do the cats think about all the...
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, they eat in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We haven't had... So there are all these fans, okay, we lived on a slab house, so we're under the floorboards, which is concrete. So it feels like a basement now. But because there was like stuff under that and they've ripped apart so much in there, there's like stuff in the air. So these fans are also blowing that crap in the air, right? So we're like, well, we don't feel comfortable. One, we're not eating in there. We're not even living in the living room because it's just a mess. It's all a mess. So we're like, and there are fans everywhere that are very powerful, very loud, and it's blowing all this crap. So like, we're not going to let them eat in there, but that's where they're used to eating. Yeah. And you know, pets, dogs too, are creatures of habit.
Absolutely.
So I fed them right before this, and I put it like there's a little hallway right outside this door, and I put it down there because there's floor there and no fans. And Willow's like, yeah, cool, food. And Buffy's like, where's the food? And I'm like, girl, she's like, okay, we're going to the kitchen, right?
Bitch, what is this?
Where's the food? So I walk away to get something toward the kitchen. She's running like, yeah, food time. And I'm like, girl, I'll put you. So it's been a struggle. Also, Buffy's terrified of the fans.
Yeah.
Like, she'll try to walk by one, it'll hit her, and she'll bolt away. Willow's more curious, which is weird because like their personalities, Buffy's the one who's brave and she'll bite everything and she'll climb up stuff. Like she's that one. Usually. Yeah. And Willow's more timid and careful. It's like the opposite. The fans have caused the opposite. Freaky Friday up in here because of the fans, okay? Willow, like, army crawls past fans.
Yeah.
Like, she'll get on the floor and be like, okay, I can get past them like this, right? It's really cute. But it makes me sad. Also, I think they don't know where they're at. Because everything looks different. And also on their level, right? Because they're like stepping on stuff. I don't know why I keep going about this, but that's my life right now.
I'm interested. All I know about Buffy is Gross Joss Whedon and Daphne stars. LOL. Enslave vampires, maybe?
Yeah.
That does happen.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you slay vampires, sometimes you kiss them.
Oh, I thought you were going to use a different word.
No.
But that's accurate.
I mean, that happens. There's some...
Season 6 is a season.
Things happen.
Things do happen. Yikes.
Yeah. You know it is.
But you should watch it, Tyler, because it's actually great.
So good. I'm surprised I don't see the deluxe edition of IST. I wanted to get it since I saw your haul video and the book looks gorgeous.
Oh, the Buffy one.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. So you all know that we pick a book every month to get discounted by IST. Every single month, we've had like one in mind, and I will bring this to them, and they'll be like, it's already on back order. It's already on back order and sold out through Diamond. All of them. And we don't even pick big 2 books typically. It's like,
we used to. We don't anymore.
Yeah. And even when we did, sometimes we ran into this issue. So I don't know if this is still like a Diamond issue with getting stock to them or just anyone. I don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised if that one's also on back order because everything is.
Yeah. I pre-ordered mine on Amazon. I took the chance because I know I'll forget about it.
Yeah.
So all the Buffy stuff I just have pre-ordered like a year out.
I'm glad you get lucky with them because I always get unlucky with them. So it's just like, if they shipped me that book, it would 100% come in a big old box with no padding and all the corners. Somehow all of them would be damaged.
Ooh, Tyler, I can't believe I'm about to admit this publicly. So one of my biggest guilty pleasures is the Vampire Diaries. I unironically think some of the writing is great. So I could probably get into Buffy. Yeah, I mean, you're going to do just fine.
No judgment. I'm happy for you. I've never watched Vampire Diaries, but I can tell you Buffy's better.
You'll like it.
You'll like it, yeah.
First season is very 90s, like, vernacular.
100%, yeah.
But it makes it funny.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's like a Sears reference.
Sears? I remember Sears.
Oh, I worked there for a while.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, back in the day.
My dad bought me my PS2 with
a
Sears card.
That's lovely. They had high interest rates.
You can buy anything you want at Sears. You want video games, you want clothes, you want huge appliances, you want gym equipment. It's all at Sears.
All of it.
If you like Vampire Diaries, you'll love Buffy because the showrunners admittedly ripped a lot of it off.
Oh, nice.
I believe it. Another vampire show.
Yeah.
Mary gets it.
Yeah, totally.
You know.
Oh, Hayden says, Buffy's the brave one, Willow's more timid. You named them well. You know what? And it was an accident, right? Because I was just like, oh, the white one, Buffy. Oh, the orange one. Well, hello. But their names really match them. Willow also is really into hacking and computers. Also witchcraft.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of my dogs' names fit them in that way. Yuna is literally named after a Final Fantasy X character. She's a summoner. She's very soft-spoken. Yuna is not. But Robin maybe fits.
I can see that.
She's a cat, so
Well, I can also see Moose though, right? Like, mostly because it's just he seems very goofy to me, and it's a goofy name, right?
Yeah, well, that one makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss. Someone should just do a comic about Miss. Nothing would happen.
Oh my gosh, that would be so good. I would read that. I would read that so much.
Right? He'd be so cute, especially if they drew his weird 2 extra nipples.
Oh, what?
He's got a little dangly.
His what now?
Where's
his
Miss?
who now? His what?
Yes. Come here, Miss. Not you.
Why? I haven't heard of Nipple Saga yet, and now
it's really funny. Miss, I gotta show my nipples.
He's like, what? How dare?
No. She's trying to get him, but he's got a little dangly nipple.
Oh, what's happening there?
He just has this little dangly nipple.
Okay, that's cute.
That's okay, bud, right?
That's cute, buddy. Look at him.
Can you do the show now? Hi, I'm Moose. My favorite book is Lockjaw.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I think he's a real great dog. Also, I like that Garfield comic because that cat just lays around and eats. That's all I want to do.
I love his noises.
He's like, please, let me go.
Let me go.
Okay, leave him alone. Stop it. No. I started something.
I think you did.
I'm so sorry. Anyways, you probably ended this show.
I love
it. We're getting to the point where usually when the show goes on, we stop and then Chris and I hang out.
Yeah, I think we're doing that on air now.
Stop.
I'm telling you about my fans and my floor.
We can't
Y'all
do
care
that.
about that.
Anyways, okay. So thank you guys for a great show.
Thanks for sticking to the end.
Don't forget to check out IST for all your book needs. We will be back on Sunday reading O Human Star by Blue Delaquanti.
And remember, it is a webcomic, so you can check it out online, and you can read it with us if you'd like.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Ending on buck nipples?
Yes.
I wish.
The best way.
They're really funny. I'm telling you. Anyways. Good night.